Some people is already dead at 25, but they only get to bury themselves at 75. A lot of people, I think they are on auto mode. They wake up, they go to work, they earn their paycheck end of the month. This is not the way I want to live my life, man.
He's a car guy and he drives a beautiful orange GT3 RS. What do you think the three most important things if I'm a 20-year-old right now in order to be able to afford a Porsche and have a good life?
Try to experience failure. I lost, I think, 60 to 70,000 ringgit. I need to really find a way out because my dad was sick. I told my dad I bought a car. I still remember how he replied me, "Don't block the sky with your hand. You have to dream of something bigger." The very last 6 months spending time with him, right, I was always having deep conversation with him. When he was in coma, I told my dad that I'm gonna be someone. I will always remember his teaching and everything.
What's your secret to being able to serve high net worth clients?
A lot of people will feel the person whether he's genuine or he's just here to make a deal. I've always been very much a handout kid, meaning to say if I don't have money or whatever, I'll just 我要钱. Suddenly it hit me. Actually, money doesn't fall from the sky. I think for that 2 nights I couldn't sleep well. I was asking myself what I want to do in my life. I'm not sure about you. I want to have the ability to earn my own money. Do not rely on my parents and everything. Guess what? Usually, when you sideline and everything, right, thinking that you will be successful and everything, the reverse will happen.
Right. To make more money is not the real reward.
It's
The real reward is who you become in that process.
Yes.
Right.
Money is just a byproduct.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Keep It 100 Talks. The reason I created this podcast is because I believe that conversations can create moments for people's transformation in their life. And I look back in my life, there were many moments where either I learned a strategy or I had a realization or I had an inspiration that changed the course of my life. And I'm going to bring you guests that will have stories to tell. We're going to share their strategies on their mindset, on how they created the life that they want to live. So if this is something you enjoy, please subscribe to the channel and help us with the algorithm by commenting what you've got out of these episodes. It gives us the biggest motivation to keep creating more content like this in the future. With that, enjoy this episode. It's very easy to look at somebody who's successful, got the things that you want, and think that it sort of came easy for them. But I always believe people who are successful have a story to tell. In fact, there are incidents and moments that they could have been broken, but they chose to rise, they chose to transform. And I'm very grateful today to have someone in the studio who I look up to, who's served and helped a lot of clients of his. But more importantly, he's able to create the life that he wants. And we'll talk a little bit about ikigai, about passion, about purpose. He's a car guy and he drives a beautiful orange GT3 RS, a 91.1 if you're wondering. And I would love to share his story in this conversation on what shaped him to who he is today, and maybe this conversation will also inspire you to get to where you want to go. All right. So today we have Julian.
Hi.
Hey, Julian. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Okay.
So, Julian, if you think about one incident that really shaped your life, I don't want to jump right in straight away.
Wow, that's the
full throttle all the way.
That's like boom.
Downshift full throttle.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think was maybe there's a few moments? What are the few moments that you think really shaped your life?
Really shaped my life is I think a lot of times when we are out there and everything, we will learn like key lessons and everything. Mine was very much towards the understanding of the value of money. To be honest, because from since young until 17 or 18 years old, I've always been very much a handout kid, meaning to say if I don't have money or whatever, I'll just 我要钱 or 妈我要钱. So I think the first time I ever worked was in MPH. Do you still remember MPH?
Yeah, the bookstores. Yeah.
Right. So, why I chose that bookstore was basically I love to read magazine. Right?
Like magazines.
Yeah. So every week, Saturday and Sunday and stuff, right, I would just go out with my dad and everything. Of everywhere that we go, we'll usually find like MPH. Then when we get into the MPH, I'll spend hours there. So there's a lot of different magazines, like local car magazines.
Yeah.
Then you have BMW magazines from UK.
Yeah.
Porsche magazines from UK and everything, right? So I used to enjoy a lot of like magazines and those things. So I'm thinking, okay, after my 18-year-old, maybe the first job that I could find is just to try out in MPH bookstore. So yeah, I went in. I got through the interview and everything as a part-timer. So I went in there and I worked for 2.5 months. That time I was actually saving. So my idea at the time was I wanted to buy a bicycle,
Uh-huh.
right? A proper bicycle in a way to do a bit of mountain, like cross-country mountaineering bike and everything. Right? So I put in 2.5 weeks of work at MPH.
Yeah. What were you doing in MPH?
I was basically stacking magazines.
Okay.
Receiving magazines in bulks and everything, and return all those old magazines that couldn't sell. Right. 2.5 months later, you guess how much I saved up in MPH?
Okay, you probably be making around, I guess, 2K. Okay, so you probably saved up 1,000 ringgit.
Yeah,
Right.
close to that amount.
1,000 ringgit.
That was a very stark reality when suddenly it hit me. Actually, money doesn't fall from the sky.
Mhm.
And if I were to get it from my parents or whatever, yes, it is easy to get it from them.
Mhm.
But then I understand the hardship that is being went through for my parents and everything to be who they were and everything, right? So that's suddenly I'm like, wow, 2.5 months I get 1,000 ringgit of savings, That time I was like, okay, wow.
And you're 18 at the time, right?
I was 18 at the time. Yeah, I was 18 at the time.
Did you manage to buy the mountain bike?
In the end, yes.
Yeah.
Then I took up additional job, like PC fares and everything.
Okay.
So PC fare at the time they pay 80 bucks a day, right? So 3 days is 240 bucks. So I would just follow like, today is this weekend was in Malacca. Then next weekend is JB or whatever. I'll just take a bus down,
Oh, wow.
to JB just to save up the money and everything. Then I think I begin working in early of 2019, I guess. Then 4 or 5 months later, finally I afforded to buy my own bicycle.
Wow. You need 2009, right? Early
2009, sorry.
19.
2009.
Yeah.
That's my realization that money doesn't come easily. Then after that, okay, I've dwelled into different things. I started to learn about investing. Gold and silver were big back then. Robert Kiyosaki. I bought all the books with my with my whatever that remnants from MPH salary and everything, right?
That's really cool, man. Because I did a thread post lately, and then I said the best thing you can do in your 20s is to skip partying, skip drinking, and skip all the clubbing and stuff, and actually learn the important things that you need to learn. Money is one of the things.
Yeah,
Like, if you want a life that we can enjoy.
Yes.
Money is everywhere, right? Like it or not, whether you like or hate money, everything we need is money,
Yeah.
right? So and someone says that if you do that, then you have you don't know who you are when you reach 30s. But I kind of disagree. Like you kind of know who you are, right? You're providing for your family and you're enjoying life.
Yeah.
And because you spend a lot of your early life learning about money.
Yeah. So this was my last time, like back in uni times and everything. Yeah. So I went to, did I tell you I dropped out from engineering school for
Oh yes,
day
you did.
3.
Yeah, so I want to bring this. One of the stories what I like about Julian's story is that he didn't choose a traditional path, right? So he likes cars and all that, but the normal way would go get an education, graduate, and go and work, right? So you studied engineering, right?
For 3 days.
Oh yeah, you went to UK to study, right?
No, supposed to go to UK.
Okay, you're the only son, is it?
I was the only child at home.
Only child.
So whatever that they have or whatever, they would just give me lah. So they always thought that I'm a spoiled kid.
Oh.
That time I was telling my dad, I'm like, hey, I want to go to UK to study engineering, mechanical engineering. He said, yeah, okay. But I don't think I will be able to afford that. He just say, well, you better just look for like opportunities in Malaysia. So then, okay, I went to Sergi, thinking that he would change his mind, right? Like, because Sergi offers like the twinning. So I went there, orientation and everything. 3 days in, I packed my bag. I was staying at my friend's place. So I went back home, I packed my bag, I said, hey, Huawei, I need to go back to Malacca. He said, oh, what happened? I thought you wanted to study engineering. He's like, wow, this is not the way I want to live my life, man. Oh. So basically the professor scared me lah. He's like, looking at your grades and everything, you're not very good. Of course, you can persevere through the 4 years or even 5 years in engineering and everything. But rest assured, Julian, you won't be able to go out and hang out with your friends. Don't even think about like doing part-time or whatever, because you'll be very busy catching up in terms of academics. Because I know where you stand. He saw my results and everything. I was not very good. But he said, well, if you have the passion in cars and everything, yeah, by all means, just go ahead. Then I think for that 2 nights, I couldn't sleep well. So I was asking myself what I want to do in my life, right? Then, when I'm not sure about you, when I graduated from secondary school, I always want to have more freedom. I want to have the ability to earn my own money, to not rely on my parents and everything, because a lot of times having the things by your own means or whatever, it's more glorified lah. They are more glorious in terms of getting it by your own.
You enjoy the money you spend, you earn.
Yes, correct,
more.
correct. Yeah. So that's how I felt.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, if I persevere through the years and everything, I'll probably be sitting behind a computer or whatever. That's not what I want, because I am very much I can't sit still lah, to be honest. So since a kid until even until now, I have to constantly move about. I can't sit in an office 9 to 5 one. I like to talk. I love to talk to people and everything, right? So then the money sense doesn't make sense if I studied through the 4 or 5 years and everything. So by the third day, I packed my bags, I went home.
Back to Malacca.
My mom was very upset. It's like, hey, I thought you want to study engineering. Well, we'll find a way or whatever. Just go ahead if you want. I can talk to your dad or whatever. Then I went to logistic management. So I went to UCSI. I took PTPTN.
Oh, wow.
The first disbursement of the money, right? I went to buy a Proton Saga.
Talk about responsibility.
Yeah, because you know why? It's because I want mobility so that I can be able to move myself and try to work part-time and everything to fund whatever that I want to do, right? Because of the MPH incident and everything, I know that earning money is not easy, so I need to learn how to earn money passively. Then
was with Kiyosaki's
Robert Kiyosaki, especially him.
Yeah.
So that time I told my dad, hey, buy a condo it's called Angkasa. That time was Taman Corner.
Yeah.
I still remember that time the condo was 140,000. I don't have a single cent to me. So because I was young lah, I didn't know what to do and everything. So I kind of slept on it for 1 or 2 years. Next thing I know, suddenly the property market was booming back in 2008 and 9. That time, whatever you buy, close your eyes, buy, boom.
As long time value, buy can really.
Right? So, FOMO lor. I was like, okay, I don't want to rely on my parents. So I went to get a job in snowflakes. Have you eaten snowflakes before?
Never heard of snowflakes.
You never
It's
ever?
a dessert shop, is it?
She's like, seriously? That
snowflakes.
snowflakes is in, they are still in Bandar Sunway.
Yeah.
Still in Sunway. I still regularly, when I bring my wife and my daughter, right, I'll usually tell them about the story, how I work through snowflakes, like 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
6 ringgit an hour. Just times that money.
Yeah.
It's what, 80 over bucks a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then from there, I started to learn how to trade Forex with a bunch of friends.
I see.
The legit one, not the kind of like MLM Forex kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
that's why it was paper, you had to apply for a brokerage.
No, that time already in UK, FXCM and everything.
Because that's why people had to fill out forms.
Yes.
Apply for brokerage.
That time no more. That time was digital already.
Yeah.
Whatever money that I saved up, I did not do anything to my money. I was eating fun. Vegetarian fun. I still remember every day I'll buy the same dishes and everything because it's 350 ringgit.
So for those who don't know what zapfan means economy rice.
Economy rice.
Yeah.
Vegetarian economy rice in Kuchai Lama is just across the snowflakes that I worked in. Sometimes when I want to save more money, right, I don't even eat, What I did was I go because snowflake got tau fu fa. So I just take tau fu fa. Then I just take the barley and everything. I'll just eat that,
Wow.
Seriously, sometimes it's up to that extent that I will just save up more money and everything.
Yeah.
Just to try to leverage a little bit more in terms of my earnings and whatever. So then from there, I still work in the PC fairs and everything. That time I already got a huge raise. My PC fair rate was 150 to 200 ringgit a day.
Wow.
Then I was also earning commission for the sales that I did. So then from there, I slowly got a little bit more money and everything. Then from there started my.
So you bought the condo in the end?
No, I didn't buy. That time I was still trying to save up more money so that I can put the money into bigger Forex so I can leverage more. Then I can probably win my windfall or whatever.
Yeah.
That was my thinking. Fast forward 2 years, graduated, got a job because I needed a job to stay afloat and everything. Still trading Forex and everything, blah, blah, blah. Collectively, the account made quite a bit of money. So I was thinking, okay, I should probably start to probably invest in something even more or whatever. Fast forward to 2014 or 2015, I went to Manila for 1 month. That time per diem was in USD. The time was 3.17. 1 USD to ringgit.
Yeah.
That time I was getting 60 USD a day. I didn't eat, I really didn't eat. because I wanted to have all that money to come back in, to pump into Forex and suddenly be rich or whatever. That time I was thinking that. Then took a bit of money to buy my Proton Perdana.
V6.
V6. Auto gear, auto transmission, swap it to manual. Then I started to do a little bit of my ikigai. Started to go into partnership with my current partner in workshop. So we were all broke 20-year-olds fixing cars every week, fixing our own cars after midnight to have a bit of fun and everything, right? That's how it was for a very long time, for 2 years and everything.
Yeah.
So 2014, when I got my per diem, my USD that I claimed from the company, right, I silang into my Forex. Guess what? When you silang and everything, right, thinking that you will be successful and everything, the reverse will happen.
Right.
I lost, I think, at the time, quite a substantial amount. If I'm not mistaken, 60 to 70,000 ringgit.
Wow.
All the money that I slowly accumulate and I saved up.
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years. Because to be honest, during my uni days and everything, I didn't ask my parents for a single cent.
So all that time you worked in Snowflake and Computer Fair, your per diem, everything.
Everything silang, everything gone.
Shit. Is it through leverage or something?
Through leverage.
Oh man.
Yeah. That time was the USD and Japanese yen trade. The thing, and also the New Zealand trade, NZD. It went sideways for a very long time. So because it's a collective effort and everything, we kind of had someone to watch the account and everything. So then the thing just went bust.
Shit.
So I still remember that day was a working day. I came out from the toilet after showering and everything. I saw my message. Hey, my friend told me, sorry, the account went bust. So you're left with $300 in the account. My heart just sank, like literally just sank. I'm like, oh shit. That time my dream car was just a Mazda 3 in Soul Red.
Not even the current gen with the nice...
the older gen.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, damn. So, wow, that time was a big blow.
So how did it felt though? Like 70,000 wiped out. I mean, it's not just the money, because as you say those words, I quickly recall what you said, like all the hours you spend, sacrifice. And I'm sure that when you're doing all of those sacrifices, you're imagining like what you're working towards.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like in one day, one fell swoop, 2 years of preservation, 2 years of compounding, hard work and perseverance just get wiped out in one day. Did you ever thought that I'm never going to do this again? Or like...
I was like, I need to find a way out.
Oh.
That time I was like, I need to really find a way out because my dad was sick. My dad was diagnosed for Parkinson since 2013, 2014. So I know that I am a very I'm his hope, to be honest. I am also his precious son in a way.
Was his only son?
I'm the only son, the only child. So we spent a lot of time together. My thinking that time was I couldn't let my dad down. My dad, all this while, was thinking that Julian is just a kid that he protects. So he shower with whatever that he can have or whatever. Then in the end, what do I have to give in return? I have nothing to show him. That was my thinking. That's why I didn't want to rely on him in uni. Up to the extent he'll call me, hey, do you need money or not? You don't go and borrow tai, you don't go and do all these kind of things. Because weekends, I don't go back to Malacca. I was working and working and working to get that money. So at that time, after burning the money, right, my first thing is, what would my dad say if I told him the news? So I said, I can't even let my dad down, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to find another avenue to make this back or to fight back in a way. So I joined Amway.
You started network marketing, right? Yeah, Amway.
Started network marketing. So my mom was like, try insurance because my mom is in insurance.
Oh, okay.
So she's doing okay in insurance and everything. She's like, come back and take over lor. I'm like, mommy, I'm not ready lah. To be honest, I'm not ready to go back and to show people that, hey, see, Julian is back, following the mother's footsteps, because you see, he cannot do it. I don't want to have that kind of perception. So I tried Amway. Didn't work for me. Then I went to when you are desperate, whatever things that people will introduce you, you will try on. Right. So I went to this life-changing kind of motivation course. Something like Asia Work. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
Asia Work,
but it's in Mandarin version.
Milestone, or?
It's not Milestone, it's called CP.
CP.
Yeah, coach program or something like that. Very dodgy name, lah.
But well, I don't even speak Mandarin that well, so I probably flew past me, right?
Yeah. So that time I was having some rough patch with my ex-girlfriend.
I see.
Because I think the majority of the issue came from money, because I don't have a certainty to assure that she will be very well. If let's say in the long run, if she's still with me or whatever. I truly understand that. So that time, out of desperation, I took out my last FD. I went through that course. Was 25,000 or something like that. Ringgit.
Wow.
Yeah. So that time I was really, really like, no more. That was my last shot. So I went out there, met a few friends and everything. Then a very close man became a very close friend of mine. Like, hey, try insurance lah. That time was HLA lah. I went in. I was desperate. Have you? I'm not sure if you have tried like cold calls and everything.
I've done that. I bought business cards and I call people, right?
Yeah. I've done that. Yeah. Developer list or whatever. I was so desperate. I was calling people while I was still driving. Because I just wanted to have that first customer that said, Julian, okay, let's go through that deal, right? And true enough, my first customer that I'm still in contact with, I met that customer, signed 12,000 ringgit of worth premium. That time was, I forgot how much was
probably 20%, right?
20 to 25%.
Yeah.
3 days later, I got that commission. You know how I felt?
Right.
I'm like, wow, Julian, this time now, this time I'm gonna break through lah. So for the 6 months, I did very well. Qualified for a trip to Germany. So because love cars, ma.
Yeah, so good.
I've never ever expected myself to be able to step my foot in front of the Nürburgring racetrack.
Wow.
That moment was magical. I called my friend, I cried, I called my best friend, I video called him, I really cried. I'm like, hey, I did it. I'm like, I never ever thought that I could do it at the age of 26. It feels so different to be able to stand on my own without relying on anybody's help or whatever.
I see a lot of emotions coming, but
yeah, that's
is it like, is it like because you're proud of yourself? Or?
Definitely. A bit backstory. Before that Nürburgring, I bought my first 3 Series F30 BMW.
328i.
328i.
Okay, you got the right one.
Sport.
Okay, you got the right one.
Yeah. So I made when we skip stories, right? After I earned my first commission and everything, I call like mad cow, like mad dog. Every Saturday, Sunday, I'll be in like the office to call people and everything. Then from cold contacts, like warm contacts or whatever, I'll just pitch and sell. I bought my 3 Series. First day, my dad was quite ill at the time. So I need to buy that car and to show him that your son is finally someone. So I drove that car back to Alugaja, where I stay. I still remember knocking at the door. Dad, I'm home. I told my dad I bought the car. I've never seen him sprint so fast. Like when he couldn't walk well, he was sprinting towards the door just to see his son driving a very red color BMW. And he's like, bring me for a ride. My dad has also been a car guy.
Yeah.
My dad has always been a car guy. After his passing and everything, I saw like notebooks of his notebook. Very, very personal touches notebooks and everything. He loves Alpha. W124 was one of his dream car and everything. He has a plan to himself and everything, but he gave it all up because back then my dad was working in Japan, but the family fell apart, so he had to come back to Malaysia to help out with the family and everything. So then I think, then from there, he just lived a very normal life to be conservative, to have more money to be saved up or whatever for the later years. So he didn't even live his dream because we are all small town people. So my dad always say, try to live a lot way below your means so that you have a lot of money when there's rainy days or whatever. That's what he always tell me.
Did your dad work through Parkinson's? I just want to check, because it sounds like the timeline. You say your dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Yeah, he passed away in 2017. 2003, when I was in secondary school, he was already got diagnosed with Parkinson's. He's a very tough guy. Another few clients of mine, because I compare notes and everything.
Yeah.
So their parents and everything didn't live very well with Parkinson. So my dad really persevered. Towards his very last breath, he was in, I think, the coma state for 16 days. I believe that he was still fighting. That's what I felt. So then, knowing that I have to show him when I drove the car back and everything, right? So he was very pleased in a way. I say, hey, Dad, your son is kind of successful got a BMW already. Then, I still remember how he replied me. He's like, 你不要只手遮天. Don't block the sky with your hand. You have to dream of something bigger. That's something that I still remember up to this day. Up to this day.
How did that saying? I feel that what he said there, no, don't block the sky with your hands. How do you think that changed your trajectory in life?
Humble, stay humble. Have to align ourselves. I do a lot of reflection on myself. Like, how have I done today? What can I improve today and be a better person tomorrow? How do I do this and do that? How do I just stop momentarily and rethink, what am I doing now? A lot of people, I think they are on autopilot. They wake up, they go to work, they earn their paycheck end of the month. They do go through that phase. Like, there's a saying, some people is already dead at 25, but they only get to bury themselves at 75. That's like zombie mode for the majority of their lives and everything. So I always told myself, I do not want to rely on my parents' money or whatever. I want to show that I am capable of something myself. So before my dad passed away, I told my dad, 2017, 23rd of September, when he was in coma, I told my dad that I'm going to be someone later phase in my life. I will always remember his teaching and everything. I will not stop marching towards what I want to where I want to get to. Then I promise him I'm going to marry my girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, because now his wife.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend also. That's another ex-girlfriend. So my dad, always.
It's not the...
Not the one.
Okay.
Not the one. The other one.
Okay.
So that was the promise that I made. Then I tell him not to worry and everything. Then he passed away. That time was also very hollow, very empty. So I didn't know what I should work for.
And you were still in insurance that time?
I was still I was still in insurance. Then
you say HLA
no, that time I switched to Tokyo Marine.
I see.
Yeah, so I went back to Malacca and I switched my agency and everything just to be nearer. That time when I was doing sales, I had to wake up, went for morning meeting. I have to tap out lunch and drive 30 km to back home to see my dad, to spend time with him, have lunch with him. Then after that, drive 30 km again to meet clients and everything. Then 6 p.m, I'll go back home. I will personally shower him. I'll bathe him because of his Parkinson and everything, he was very easily agitated. So 2 of our mates ran away. Nobody wanted to take care for him. So I had no choice. I have to pick up the baton and just do whatever. So actually, there was my very last 6 months spending time with him, right, was one of the moments that I think we connect a lot. Because when you're in, you're showering, I'm not sure, I've probably not done that. You have probably not done that. When I was showering my father, right, I was always having deep conversation with him. You ask how my day was, what have I done? Did I secure any deals and things like that? So those are very, very good moments that I have with my dad. Yeah. So then I'll tell him, hey, Dad, I closed a big case today. So yeah. So those are the things that actually is also shaping me in a way that I know that where my roots is and how I can actually persevere through this journey. So that time I was remembering I drove 500 km a day just to secure some deals from JB in Singapore to become to be who I was that time. So then it was a habit to me to show my dad that his son is someone worthy, that his upbringing has always been correct and shaping his son in a good way. What I did was it was very funny. So I will always when we are talking to our superior and everything, my superior will always set target on. So it was very funny. My superior set whatever target, I was be like, okay. Then up to one day, my superior was like, hey, Julian, you don't play a fool with me here, not? Everything you say, okay, will you deliver? I said, okay. Every year, 31st of December, we always have this tradition. I'll just have wine with my superior. My superior is my mother-in-law, actually.
Okay.
So every time we have wine and everything, she's like, I always am amazed by your persistency, Julian, and your consistency and keeping your words and everything. Whatever that you have said, right, you have never failed to deliver. So that's just me, because I know that every time when I promise someone, I will try my very best to fulfill whatever that I've kept my promise. So yeah, that's my very much of the after my dad's passing. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing your story, man.
I've never shared stories. This is a very personal story to me.
Yeah.
My dad also traded Forex last time.
I see.
Yeah, also traded Forex. So I didn't tell him about the big loss. Yeah, I didn't tell him because I didn't want him to be worried of his son. Yeah.
But thanks for sharing, man, because it takes a lot of courage to share this.
Yeah,
I'm inspired, and it makes me consider more how much of a gift that my dad's still around.
Yep.
And he loves cars too. Right? You met my dad.
Yeah.
Tesla's cars. He's going bananas in his Cayman.
Yeah.
And just reminding me how important these moments are. And sometimes we have a lot of, I guess, like expectations we have about parents, but sometimes we just look at versus our expectations. Just look at what's there. The time we have is and it takes so much strength to from what you hear share the story, like driving around and then making sure you still come back and do both. It's a lot of sacrifice, right? A lot of sacrifice. And I can definitely hear a lot of who you are. It's like that. Some people say being a parent is like you're passing a piece. I'm not a parent, so I don't know, right? But passing a piece, you literally give one piece of your self to your children, right? Not just money, right? It's also your the way you think, right? How your abundance, whether you're abundant or lack, whatever you give to your children.
Yes.
So and what I got out of your sharing was I noticed one pattern about successful people. Okay, successful is a broad term, but I think some people who can achieve something in their life is that I always believe that people it's the way you see yourself, right? If I think that I'm of this standard, I will live up to my standard.
Yep.
Right. So like you, it sounds to me like you have this. I am this kind of person. I'm someone who's I'm a person that will fulfill what I say I will do. It's like because you're like, I want to be someone that my dad can be proud of, and then you define it very clearly. And then you begin consistent with that person.
Yes. I guess a lot of people when we grow up, there's some life-changing stories that will maybe make or break a person. And because of the social media these days or whatever people that are postings and everything are just stories about the fruit of their success, but very little about how they become successful or what they have been through to become successful. So people will be fascinated by all the material belongings that the person has acquired after they have been successful. So I guess that's the end product. But I think the in progress to become who we are in life is more of a deciding factor to become a person that I think we can proudly say that, hey, I'm true to myself. Things like that. I guess that's how I
always think that to make more money is not the real reward. The real reward is who you become in that process.
Yes.
Right.
Money is just a byproduct, to be honest. To me, today, whatever that I have is just a byproduct of my perseverance. Of my hard work.
A lot of hard work.
Because I told my wife, I'm actually a very simple person. Every day I can eat chap fan. Morning 3 of fun. My pork noodle is 11.50 and shit cha or whatever. So a day I can get by very easily,
Same.
So I guess that's who we are. Always wearing the same shirt or whatever, same jeans or whatever. I bought my Uniqlo jeans like five pairs once.
I'm Uniqlo. I'm everything's Uniqlo at home.
Yeah, me too. So I think whatever that we have is really just a byproduct. We can be very easily satisfied with what we want after you gain access to like the byproduct, whatever, how that actually helps you to propel you to become like 3x, 5x, 10x of yourself. I think that's very important. So now I'm actually this year I'm especially busy to actually wanting to expand myself to see how much I can push myself to maybe 3x or 5x, whatever that I have made in the previous years and everything. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I there's so many things to bring up. But it really fascinates me that since a young age, you're willing to pay the price a lot, right? And I think that's one of the things that separates someone who is growing is that one person is willing to pay the price, someone is not willing to pay the price.
Yeah.
I just want to ask, just so that people get more context, is like, I'm just curious, like, if you want to go back a little bit, right?
Right, sure.
How many hours did you put in per week when you're working part-time, right? You're studying and working part-time because you're really obsessed about making money.
Oh yeah.
How much hours do you put in? Like
Okay, I would say I will arrange my back then because it's uni so you can arrange your timetable and everything I'll try to free up after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days, right? I could work like, if let's say what I like to hear is what, we're short of staff today, Julian, can you come in? Yeah, why not? Come on, let's go. And that's my drive back then.
How many hours were you putting like in?
14 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours
per day?
A day. Yeah.
Wow.
From the opening to the closing.
So you were literally working more than most full-timers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Shit.
Definitely. Up to the extent, every night when I get back to my dorm or whatever, I need to lift my feet against the wall. Because I was standing so many hours.
I get you, man. I used to work in a hotel and I was on feet half the time.
Yeah.
90% of the time. Right?
Yeah. You're constantly running and walking around and everything.
Yeah.
So towards the end of like the end of the day, I will be covered in like sugar syrup all over and everything, because snowflakes is a lot.
Taufa, right?
Yeah. Then taufa and everything. Then you have to be very precise with all your scooping and everything. That time, if let's say there's a championship for who can scoop the fastest, I think I can be the top 3. Seriously, that time was so good. One scoop, 5 taro balls is there already. Seriously, so 3 scoop, pop taro ball, then ting.
How much of that money did you save like towards investing, or was it like the
I would
percentage
say,
like 70?
I would say 80%.
80%.
80%.
So you save 80% and you spend 20%.
Yeah.
And you service your student loan at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I. For student loans, I didn't service because I told myself I need to get first class in order to waive off my PTPDN.
So did you get first class?
Of course, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely. I was driving,
money is a very good motivation.
I can't let myself down, man. I have to get my first class done so that I don't have to pay the loan.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
When I speak to you have this remarkable energy of like, you make things certain, and I believe something about people who are also successful is like, when things are uncertain, they make it certain. They say, can happen. Like, I'm going to do it.
But there's a lot of fear, to be honest.
Which is normal, right? Yeah.
Which is normal, because I think one thing that shapes a person is how we navigate when we have fear or things that are not certain. Because there's nothing is certain. Nothing is certain in our life. There won't be a time where all the stars align together to create this very glorified path for you to just walk to success. There's no such thing like that. It's always how we navigate through fears, how we navigate ourselves, how push ourselves to understand that, okay, I can do it. So to share you some stories, I am very much of a guy that is afraid of heights. Okay.
Do you do bungee jumping?
I've not done bungee jumping.
I'll never do it.
But yeah, to me, I'll tell you the same. I will never do it, but I've done paragliding.
Oh Jesus!
I have. Back before COVID hits, me and my 2 very good friends, we will climb a mountain a year. So we've been through places where we were just walking like at the edge of the cliff and everything. And I always, those are the times that I am alone with myself. I always tell myself, I will always sing like, oh, Julian love heights, Julian love to climb, Julian love. Other people will be like, fuck my life, right? Why am I here? And everything, complaining and everything, right? So we climbed. I went for this expedition to it's called Annapurna Circuit in Nepal. So we walk on foot for 18 days, 18 days. The very first and second day, I was telling myself, oh, fuck my life, why did I pay so much money to torture myself, right? Then I'm like, okay, since I'm here already, so have to persevere through, right? So there were days that we were literally walking at the edge of the cliff. And Nepal and their safety guidelines and everything. And it's just basically maybe a foot of walkway before you slide off the cliff, right? So as I was walking, right, my friends will make fun of me because they know I'm afraid of heights. Hey, Julian, Julian, this and that. I'll just this is a very good insulation. I will just isolate myself. I'll just never bother what other people would think or feel or laugh at me or whatever. I'll just do what I want to do myself. At that moment, when my friend was laughing at me, right, I was singing. Julian loves heights. Julian love to climb. Julian loves the world. Wow, the natural scenery is so nice and everything. I would just keep on chanting things like that, positive energy and everything, to make things work. To make things work. That is I think my very unique point. So whatever people tell me you can't do it, right? Yeah, try me.
Yeah.
I'll just tell people, yeah, try me. Try me.
Nice.
Yeah. I won't tell people but in my mind I was like, yeah, try me.
Yeah.
So,
and that's also some of the things I notice people who do very well. There's no such thing that cannot be done, they will do it.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
And sometimes the more you tell them cannot do it,
yeah, I'll just try to prove a point. I'll just try to prove a point, right?
It's like naughty boys and naughty girls will change the world. Something.
Yeah,
They're the ones who say cannot, they say
Yeah. That's
But that's the thing, right? It's an uncertain thing, but you make it certain, right? And I think a lot of people wait for things to be safer, things to be more certain.
Yep.
But and then it's easy to blame all those things, and then you don't take responsibility.
Yeah.
I think people who charge forward, it's not because they are more braver than most people. I think at least my opinion is it takes a certain amount of courage, but knowing that you can trust yourself if anything happens, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll be responsible of the outcome, right? Which means okay, come give it to me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of things we talk about, but I think I want to move on to another topic.
Yeah.
But I love this story, don't get me wrong. I think you shared some really incredible things. I wish I heard your story when I was 20 years old. So my question is more of like, now maybe someone listening to this is maybe they're 20 years old and they want to have the dream car that they want, the life that they want, cars, investment, money. What do you think, based on what you've lived through, what do you think the three most important things, if I'm a 20-year-old right now, that I should be looking at in order to be able to afford a Porsche, right? Or whatever, not in a way that's irresponsible, like have a good life.
Try to experience failure. I think this is very important. We have to have the taste of failure. We have to understand how it feels when we are failing ourselves or whatever. To just get the taste, because a lot of people, they don't even want to step out because they are afraid of the outcome that, what if I fail? What do you do if you fail? You fail, you suck it up, do a reflection, why it failed, move on. Right? So that's my thinking. I would rather fail in my 20s than maybe not taking a leap of faith to become whoever that person wants to be. So that's my first take, is like, try to fail at least once or twice to feel and everything. Second thing I think is very important is to have your networking skills. That is who that is what shaped me today, I guess. I can network up, I can network down, I can network with almost, not to say network, maybe just to start a conversation, whatever. I can be a very good listener. That's how I was being programmed since young. So I can strike up conversation. Like me and Alex, how we met was just by a photo. I took a photo of his car in Bangkok. Then we had lunch. Then we went to Pan Borneo. Then that's how I met you. That's how I went to Evo and Euro. That's how we are sitting today.
When the conversation, the little ice cream we had in Pai, for those who know Pai is somewhere in Hai.
Yeah.
We're probably 3,000 kilometers away from home.
Yeah.
And then I had three ice creams.
Yeah. Likewise, I think I also had like maybe 3 or 4. Whatever that's being put on the table, I start pull.
Yeah, it was like 1.5 hours of life.
Yeah.
I think you have this incredible you do have this talent. I noticed that you're able to connect with anyone. And it doesn't feel like there is a certain requirement that to, like, there's this like anti-hierarchy kind of like.
No. I can even talk to I'm very good friends with my office janitors and everything, because sometimes we just stop for food or whatever. I'm extremely close to my concierge, my condo's concierge, up to the extent that they will always ask how come I didn't see you for so long, where have you been and everything. So these are the very, very good connections that we can actually have. So
we see networking is just
networking is just being able to talk to whoever that shows up, or to create a topic, or even like elevator talks, or like those whatever it is, just to be able to network with people. I think this is a very important skill.
Yeah, I think it's so important because nowadays we are so onto
our gadgets. Yeah, right? People be like, don't want to stare at you, right? Be like looking at their phones and everything. If I were sitting, like if I was walking in Genting, Chinsui or whatever,
Yeah.
we'll never look at our phones,
Yeah.
right? We'll just strike up conversations with people because, like car guys, well, you already have something similar in topic to talk about cars,
Yeah.
right? So how do you diverge from cars and talk about something else and everything? That is also how majority of my sales came in. Yeah. So I always start with something similar, something like we have in similarity. Then that's how we network further and everything.
Why is it important, do you think, for early 20s to network? Now, failure, we've talked about it, right? But why do you think networking is important?
Because networking can show you the world by a person's mouth, or even you can learn so much insights, or you can strike up like a conversation first, then maybe strike a deal or whatever. The more people that you know, the more it's gonna help you. That's how I feel. So I'm like the yellow pages of, for to be honest, like my newest venture was a pickleball court. I opened a pickleball court in Malacca because I just like to play the game and everything.
Yeah.
More so, I like to just chit chat with people and everything. Sometimes a chick or whatever. I'm like, oh, those are the side stories. But just that I just love talking to people, right?
Yeah.
So my partner is always worried about, what about this? What about that? We haven't done this, we haven't done that, and how are we gonna do it right and everything? I'm like, don't worry, I just make a few calls. Make a few calls, then I'm like, okay, he's gonna help you with this and that, blah blah blah. Then everything's settled. So I think networking has enabled me to have like soft skills like that to solve problem. So even my clients and everything, if they face issue, or even car guys, they're in dilemma of what cars they want to buy, they always call me, hey Julian, just want to check with you and everything.
And you don't make money from that.
I don't make money. I was just sharing. I'll be just sharing, like outright share whatever I know or whatever it is. Then just whatever that I can deliver to help the person to make an educated choice. So that's why networking to me, if I'm back in my 20s, I actually kind of regret I didn't dabble in like networking sales earlier in my 20s, because maybe I would have met even more people back then. Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
So there's facing failure. Number two is, it sounds like failure is more like at least what I heard is like learn how to deal with failure.
Actually, learn how to deal with failure,
Yeah,
and build your resilience towards getting out of failure. I guess that's the very important. Not learn to fail, learn from getting the once you fail, what were the things that you did that you could done differently to not have this failure, or even how to walk out of failure and everything. I've seen people that fail in businesses, they never walked out of it. I've seen people that fail in marriages, they never walked out of it. So people like that, so we want to stress test ourselves.
So it's like learning how to deal with it, not just on the intellectual point, but also emotionally.
Yes,
right?
correct. Emotionally,
Right.
especially.
And then number two, being able to network. But what do you think would be the third most important skill if you're in the 20s?
I would say never say no. My way of doing things is I will always be up to trying out something new, something foreign, something that I know my limitation is. Then I do not cross boundaries, of course, and everything. But I will just take a leap of faith. If let's say the person say, well, why not do this? Why not do that? So a very close friend of mine was like, hey, Julian, you're collecting your name cards, is it? You are in so many different roles and everything. I'm like, well, just couldn't say no to business venture or whatever. But more so, I would want to understand. Of course, I always do consolidation and everything. Like for cars, trying out something new has brought me to owning probably throughout my years, I think at least I've owned 20 to 30 cars of a different configuration, different horsepower, different everything, and blah blah blah. So trying out something new is always refreshing. It's always not limiting our mind where we can do, or what we can do and what we can't, but rather to find that what is actually suitable for ourselves. So don't be so close-minded as in my style of thinking is that, well, if you have someone offered you something or whatever, just try to listen, hear it out, or everything. So those kind of courses that you always see on Facebook, like the free trial session and everything. Sometimes if I don't have anything to do, I'll sign up everything. Then I'll just listen to what they have in perspective, what they have to share and everything. Then I can decide myself, well, is this beneficial? Is this doable? If yes, then dwell deeper. Otherwise, okay, there's something that I learned.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of people don't like to sign up for these courses. I'm also a junkie outside. I'll learn from anyone.
Yeah.
But I know that they have something to sell. No one does things for free.
Of course,
right?
definitely.
And I think the most important thing is that everyone can discern for themselves. Sometimes people feel like, oh, you're selling to me, then I'm the victim. But You know, because as a salesperson, I say like you don't have to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
but I like the fact that you are open to things because, like me, I didn't like selling because back in my mind when I started, for me sales, there's only one picture in my mind. It's the guy with the credit card and the bank name, I would say name, running around offering.
Yeah.
So for me, that was my impression of sales. So I was very close-minded, but I promised myself at one point that there must be a better way to make money.
Yeah,
so even though I have to do sales, I'm going to learn.
Yeah,
right? So it's like I was close-minded, but I was slowly opening up my mind. But if I never did that, I will never get where I am today. Right? Absolutely
definitely,
not, right?
definitely.
And there's a saying that goes that the more it's like there's this like 4 different types of people, right? I believe in network marketing and everything. It's like there are people who are quitters, who all the way to people who are like the thrivers, people who are really good in their life, in many things. They make money because they have skills, multiple set of skills, interpersonal, whatever. And once my teacher asked this, he said, who is the most open-minded? The person on top or the person on the bottom? Well, and then it's like, oh shit, the person who's on top. Then it's like, did he become successful, therefore he's open-minded, or the other way around?
The other way around,
right?
Yeah.
Because I used to remember I was still struggling, and I was like, good for you, you can because
because you have money,
you have money, you have network, you're older, blah blah blah, you have experience. So I was, by saying those things, I'm actually demonstrating how close-minded I am, and that's when I was able to reflect myself and catch myself. You just condemn yourself to fail. Like I look at my upline and say, you can buy BMW because you're rich, ma. And then I say, hold on a minute. Am I saying that being rich is none of my business? It means Thomas Yap cannot be rich. And I was like, oh, I was close-minded. I was not even allowing money to be in my life. So it was. I realized that the more that you work on being open-minded, just consider the fact you may be wrong. Right?
Yes.
It's one very powerful skill.
Most of the time we are wrong because we have never. Because a lot of times we will ask opinion. From people that has not done things in life. So if they've not done, usually the old thinking was like, hey, you buy BMW. Wow, BMW, so many problems. Why you buy BMW? Right. But those people that never driven BMW, right? Who are they to tell you that BMW is not reliable? Right? So BMW has more to offer than just being unreliable. Maybe the emotion, feelings, and everything they are just straight away saying that BMW is not good because it always has to go into the workshop. But they forget about the value. Like BMW could maybe open up for knowing SME business owners. BMW can maybe treat your depression order or whatever. If you are so depressive, then after you drive, like you feel so good about yourself and everything. So there's a flip side of the token, flip side of the coin that people fail to see. So being open-minded is at least you flip the coin and see what's behind. That's how I feel.
For everything, for investments,
correct.
For money,
Precisely.
relationships.
Precisely. Try. That's why trying, but have no boundaries lah. Whatever. Not every single thing that people tell you to try, you try lah. Do a little bit of due diligence. Only that you feel that hey, okay, then go. I still remember there was I mean,
you don't have to say yes to the all thing.
Not all thing.
The first step first. Listen first. And maybe slightly, if you don't like, turn back. Because it's not yes, it's 100% yes, right? You can go in steps, right?
Yes, go in steps. Don't go gung ho all out. Yes, then I sign up. No lah, not
that's how you get scammed, right?
Yeah, that's how we
open up a bit, use of discernment. Don't be like that Jim Carrey show. Yes, man.
Yes, man.
Yes, man.
Exactly. So that's my. I think throughout my 20s to my 30s lah. These are the 3 things that I think I would definitely tell my old self to be more open-minded or to not afraid of failure even earlier. To become who I am today.
Thanks for sharing that, man.
You're welcome.
I spent a lot of time sharing some. I feel this to be a very epic conversation. I think a lot of people get value from this. But I'll move on to one last part, which is what you're doing right now, right? Because I know that Julian is a very interesting guy because he does insurance sales, but he doesn't really sell, right? One thing I learned about him is that he loves listening to people, talking to people. People just naturally just hand sales to him. But his sort of insurance sales he does also is quite high ticket. We're talking about premiums north of 50, 60,000. He serves a certain kind of client. Nothing right, nothing wrong, just a very niche kind of market. And I probably will take this moment because I know some of you here are also endeavoring to one day be sales or want to be better in sales, watching this podcast. I want to just maybe get his mind on how is it like to be serving premium clients? Because I believe what you do is that you do it in a very different way. I heard to the point where even Julian has clinics, right? You invested in clinics to just to serve your clients a bit more.
Yep.
So what's your, if you say like, what's your secret to being able to serve high net worth clients? How is it different or
Okay, the first thing that we have to understand is that a lot of people will feel the person whether he's genuine or he's just here to make a deal, right? So most of the time, I will not talk about sales beforehand. I want to understand the person first. So maybe I can share to you through one of the stories that I actually find it very dear in my life lah. When I was doing like 2017, when I was when my dad was sick and everything, I still remember I got this very very big break from one of my client. So basically, that client was actually a referral client. So then, the wife signed up just a very small ticket sales. That time was just 6,000 ringgit premium of a saving plan and a medical card, right? Then I'm like, okay, what about your husband? The first word that she told me was, Julian, don't waste your time with my husband because he will definitely not meet you because he has seen so many different insurance agents. Well, you're young. The other agents are old enough to have more like even experience or whatever handling him. So I think don't waste your time lah. I used 9 months to secure a lunch appointment with the client.
wow?
9 months.
What do you do? Do you like call him all the
No, I every time I meet the wife, I'll just remind the wife, I'm like, hey, I'm ready to meet your husband. If it's just for 15 minutes or whatever, just want to know him, want to see him in the face, just to put a picture in my mind, how he looks like and everything. So when she finally got the appointment, she told me, Julian, whatever you have, you prepare. You prepare everything you want to propose to my husband for that lunch. Okay? You guess what? I prepare nothing. Just went there. I asked my client, hey, what would your husband like to order and everything first? Because I know that he's a very busy person. So I'll just get the orders, everything beforehand. So when he sits down, he can start eating. Right? So when he arrives and everything, introduced myself and everything.
food's ready, everything?
Yeah, food's ready and everything. He started digging in. So he was holding his phone. Okay, come Julian, what do you want to tell me? So then he asked me like, what do you want to propose me and everything? I say, Mr. Customer, I'm not here to propose you anything. I just want to meet you in person and just to have a short lunch and see if we are fit to discuss even more. If you think my personality or whatever is not up to the fitting in a way that you're not fit for a business or whatever, just treat it as just a normal casual lunch. Then he stopped. He's like, wow, Julian, you're the first person that ever said that to me. Usually, if I ask them what you want to propose me, right, they will whip out everything and just show me.
Yeah.
You just here for lunch, seriously?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I didn't prepare anything.
Yeah.
Then like, okay. So I just tell him about myself and everything, blah, 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 and everything. And towards the very end of the lunch, I say, thank you, Mr. Customer, for spending time for lunch. We get in touch. So went back. Then the wife be like, hey, Julian, seriously, you didn't prepare anything, man. Hey, you know how difficult I get you this appointment with my husband, Then I'm like, oh, I seriously didn't prepare anything because I feel that as a financial planner or whatever, I just want to understand your husband more in detail first before proposing whatever it is. Because end of the day, it's his money, right? If he doesn't like how I am performing myself over the lunch or whatever, there's no use to discuss even further. And she's like, okay. Then I called to follow up. Then he's like, do you still want to do lunch? Then he's like, oh, okay. Then I think I left quite a good impression. Then he's like, okay, this time we can do lunch. After doing lunch and everything, I closed a very small ticket sale as well, just I think about 12,000 ringgit. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prepare or whatever the medical examinations and everything, blah 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 and everything lah. So then comes the medical examination and everything. I guess it's the detail that the detail to the very detailed things that he sees in me that actually like strengthened his beliefs and my reputation towards him, his reputation towards me and everything. So that when we went for the medical examination and everything, we just talked like friends and everything. Then that day itself, I closed 180,000
Shit.
of sales. That day itself, medical examination day.
He
He just after the medical
because
examination.
were you pitching him
No,
anything,
I
or-
didn't pitch anything to him. Then it's like, hey, do you have free time?
So from 12,000 to 180,000.
Yeah. So then he's like, you have time to maybe meet up for lunch after the medical examination. I say, yeah, why not? Then he's like, oh, my CFO is also joining us just to pick your brains a little bit lah. So then, I'm like, okay, well, just treat it as a lunch.
Yeah.
So then the CFO came very defensive. She was a bit defensive and said, boss, we don't need this, blah, 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 this and that. I'm like, yeah, your CFO is right. You probably don't need this if you have such X amount of cash reserve. Why do you need this? I think CFO is doing a very educated decision for you lah, and everything. Then he asked his CFO to go home. He said, go back to office first. You go back to office first. I know already. You go back to office. I will just talk to Julian more. Then after that, after the CFO went back, right, he said what she says was potentially right. But what you are saying is also very important. When you told me not to buy, the more I want to buy. So then he's like, okay, Julian, I'll just sign this from you lah. So 180,000. My face didn't change, still poker face. My style is always like that. Poker
Was that
face.
your biggest?
That time was my biggest.
Oh,
one time deal. It was the biggest. Then you guess what?
What?
That night he went to a friend's funeral. The second day, I was still in my toilet, doing my business. He called. I'm like, wow, shit! Or he called. Maybe want to cancel the deal that we signed yesterday.
yeah.
Kanchong ma. So because I couldn't answer the phone in the toilet ma, but I also kanchong ma. Wow, I stood up. Woke up naked. So then I'm like, hello, Mr. Customer. Hey, Julian, important. I'm like, oh, okay, tell me about it. My heart sank already. I'm like, he said, yesterday I went to my friend's funeral, we were talking about insurance and everything. My friend want to buy, you call him, you call my friend now. He wants to buy it from you now. Then I'm like, okay, you pass me your contact and everything lah. So then, like, okay, all right, nothing else, huh? Okay, bye-bye. Pop. My 180,000 is still safe. So I went back to do my business lah. Then a mysterious call came, Then I answered the call. Hello? Is this Julian? I'm this Mr. Customer's friend. Hey, I sent you my credit card details. You help me to buy the thing. I said, I haven't even quoted you. How much, right? He's like, oh, my friend, is that amount, ma? Not so much first lah. You maybe half of whatever that he has or whatever, then I can just proceed first. I'm like, doesn't work this way. I have to see you to explain to you before you sign on. Maybe this one is suitable for you. Maybe it is not. Because I'm the kind of guy that I want to go through things properly thoroughly. Otherwise people will be like, oh, okay lah, just sign or whatever, just jalan already ma, right? So then I got a shock. That is my customer lah. That because of the beauty part of having the foundation strong, then the sales will just come naturally and everything. So then this customer of mine very funny, and a few months later he called me again. Hey Julian,
The credit card guy.
no, not the credit card guy, the first one.
Okay.
Julian, I think I want to top up my insurance. I've never had clients like that before, Then I'm like, this time I think I can still top up, right? I'm like, yeah, you can if you want to. Anything wrong? He said no. What you said was true. So I've had this vision that I want to top up my insurance until so and so amount. That is my one of my biggest break in terms of year 2018. Yeah. So
Wow.
from there, then just multiply. And then he just always, every time in funeral or whatever, he just tell people that he has this wonderful plan and everything. Then his friend will start calling me.
Wow. He's like your salesman now.
Yeah. Then he's a very, very very cool guy lah. Very, very cool guy.
And was it the moment you started shifting towards like serving premium clients?
That was also the initial phase of me changing from doing smaller tickets to bigger tickets sales. Then then I slowly understand how is their thinking process, what do they want from in terms of financial planning and everything. Then I will just usually pick their brains a little bit, and then it has been like that since. So then different timing and everything, my business just flourished from there.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the Keep It 100 podcast. If you enjoy our content, you probably want to subscribe to the Keep It 100 newsletter as well. See, when I started this podcast, I realized that a lot of people just like myself who want to live the 100 life. And that 100 life for you could be many different kinds of aspects. And whatever it looks like for you, I believe that there are 3 important areas that we have to grow. Number 1, mindset. Number 2, money and finances. And number 3, lifestyle. So what I'm doing in this newsletter is to share my personal insights around these 3 areas of our life so that we can start moving towards our 100th life. If you'd like to get this content and all these insights, please subscribe to the newsletter in the link in the description below. Back to the episode. I always think about this business as, maybe someone will get value from this, is that sometimes for you to get your break in your business, you may be good at something, but perhaps you have to just serve a different demographic.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because, for the same amount of work you do, you get much more.
Yeah.
So, but then it doesn't mean you go free and you want to help a big shot, make money or whatever. But you have to sort of pay your dues in the beginning.
Build a foundation.
Right. So you didn't just make your break at 2018.
No.
You were in the business for 15, right? 15, 16.
No, I was 16 until now. So I'm 7 years in.
So it was 2-3 years of a lot of hard work with all sorts of different ticket items.
I would say even now I still have my hard work. But just that the proportion is very different.
Yeah.
Now
but otherwise you will not be able to serve these clients if you never had the foundations back then, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So now my different way of doing things is I'm also still a very busy person. So like for me, I have appointments set out, like outline and everything set up for days and everything. So like my close friends and everything, every time they want to ask me to drive and everything, I'll be weekend a bit susah. Then he's like, hey, bagi chance don't this and that. But yeah, I mean, if you have the sense, I found my ikigai. I love talking to people. I love providing solution. I love cars. I love to talk. I love to help people in terms of their health and wealth or whatever. I think I don't want to self-praise myself, but I know how to break down what people want and be able to offer people what they want. So that I think that's why I am more preferred than other people when it comes to asking things and everything. Yeah. I have my client's kid calling me asking about relationship advices.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, when is this going? Right? So I've a lot of people asking me different things, and I just like to talk lah. I just like to talk to people.
I think because you're a great listener as well.
I am.
I think that helps so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I learned about like high ticket sales, and this is my framework at least. From what you shared, it sounds to me like number 1, why you did very well with Mr. Customer was because this is a thing I learned from my mentor. It's called upfront contract. It's not a real contract you sign, but it's like you let the customer know that they can back out anytime. Because most people in sales they feel that being cornered by the sales.
Yeah.
But you set up every conversation, it feels like you're in power, I'm in power. There's relax. Like so, it's like if I give you an out. And you feel more comfortable, right?
Yes.
So you start the conversation by like, hey, if it doesn't, I'm committed to. So what I would say in my sales is like, I'm committed to see if I can help you, right? If at any point of time you feel that I can't help you, it's okay. Let's just walk out as friends, have a coffee,
yeah, why not?
And then let's chill. But at any point, you feel like that, just let me know, no pressure.
Yep.
So you give them an out,
yes,
right?
Yes,
give them an out. So they feel. So when you say, hey, pitch me. Right, so he's like getting ready for your attack.
Yeah.
But the moment you didn't pitch anything, you gave and you say it's okay. You don't like me, it's okay. It doesn't happen. So you gave it an out. Right?
Yes.
And the other thing I think you did very well beyond that is that you started to understand his problems and being able to tell the person how the consequence of these problems. And to tell them how to solve the problems without selling your product.
Yes.
Right?
Precisely.
Then they will, when people see the problem and you see the consequence, and you trust their ability to make a decision, which is very tough for lots of people. They feel they have to manipulate the person.
Yeah.
But I think a high ticket salesperson, you must trust the person's ability to make a decision.
Yes, precisely.
Right? You must see him as a human. No need to manipulate them.
Yeah.
Because they can see nobody likes to be controlled.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Nobody, even anyone from low ticket to high ticket.
Yeah.
And I think that's but it takes a lot of self-development to feel don't feel insecure when you have no control of the conversation.
Yes.
And I think you mastered that remarkably. I'm a kind of guy who, maybe because I'm a teacher, and I like to always learn frameworks and break it down.
Yeah.
So when you're sharing with me how you do with this guy, I'm actually breaking down how you do things.
Yeah.
So I noticed that you're able to give an upfront contract, they can walk out anytime.
Yeah.
Number two, you're able to show their problem, their gap, show them the consequence, show them how to solve it, show them what they can do. And then you're very important. The third thing you did very well is that you never become their enemy, right? They say, yeah, your CFO is right, right?
Yeah.
Never become their enemy, right?
Yeah.
Never become their enemy, right? Because nobody notices the enemy one.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. You have to respect whatever that's being said or whatever, right? I will always respect, because that's the point of view of a person, right? You doesn't have to disagree with the person's point of view, but rather respect his point of view, and then tell him what about the flip side of the token, of the coin. That's why I say being open to new things always entails us to understand like both sides of the situation, because pendulum will always swing.
Yes.
There's always swinging. If let's say they carry momentum, there will never be something that is just stagnant unless you're dead. Always you have up and down, you have both extreme sides. It's depending on how we actually calibrate it to have both of those sides to make up an equality in the middle.
So that person says something on their end, it means that it's the truth for them at that moment of time.
Correct.
So it doesn't mean that. So I know a lot of salespeople, they usually go in. The moment the client says something they disagree, they jump to disagree, jump to attack. You should not like that one. Your agent bad lah.
Yeah.
But versus like, oh, tell me more about it. Like, why did you say it's not worth it?
Correct.
Try to understand.
Correct. Understand them first.
Because
everyone wants to be heard lah.
Correct. Because if it's like, if their cup is full, they're not going to let you pour anything in the cup,
definitely.
right? So let them empty their cup.
Yes.
So I noticed that you have all these skills, which you think about it, right? It's not something you learn in school, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Right? When do you think you got these skills? I just want
to... since young, I always make friends with people that are a lot my senior. Like, I have people that has got like maybe 20, 30 years in businesses, or a person which is a lot more senior than me. I always like to strike up a conversation, because my uncle opens a coffee shop in Alor Gajah. So what happens is that I tend to grow up a lot around there. So when people in the because coffee shop, and everyone can go into a coffee shop to have a coffee or whatever, everyone will just talk and everything.
It's the old school social media.
Yeah, it's an old school forum. It's an old school forum. Online means you order a coffee or whatever. So as a kid, I was always I like to spend time with my uncle as well. So I always spend time with my uncle when he is finished with his work, reading newspaper, then doing his accountings and everything. I would just sit beside him and understand more and everything. So usually I would just hang around, like downstairs, like the coffee shop. I'll just hang around, just sit aside, listen to people talking and everything. That's where I guess my social skills were developed since at a very young age, because I'm always alone at home. So I always want to be close to my cousins and stuff. So my dad always sent me to my uncle's coffee shop, then I would just spend time there, then just learn about things. I guess that's where I got it from.
Do you think a lot of it came from your father as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. My dad was also my dad is a joker. He likes to make jokes and everything to make
definitely
laugh and everything. Yeah. So things like that. So he will crack open a very rigid situation where nobody is laughing. Suddenly, after a few jokes, right, everyone just loosen up. Then that's how my dad works.
Well, that's my experience of you too. You can go into a group of people, everyone not talking to each other, then you crack jokes, everyone talking to each other.
Like what we have experienced in even Euro and everything. I'm always the loner, right? If you notice, I'm always driving myself because I like the thought process. I like being alone.
Yes, me too.
To reflect and to recalibrate myself and everything. But end of the day, I also like to talk to people. So that's why when Euro after breakfast, they will always see, hey, where's Julian? Julian gone already driving himself. Then I like to push my boundaries as well. So you see how I crossed the river with my RS. I drove all the way to the border and everything all by myself. People will be like, hey, Julian, are you not afraid of this?
Then you went the road number 3 2 times.
Yeah. Then that's how I'm being built. So why I love to mountaineer and why I bought my first bicycle is because I want to be alone. When I'm riding, I'm always alone. Even when I'm driving, I'm alone. I'm so used to driving alone that last weekend we went for a drive. I was supposed to lead and just report about the traffic and everything. But so much driving alone, right? You suddenly just dwell in the thinking process. Suddenly it'll be like just me and the car, nothing else. I think that's the beauty of driving, I
That's
guess.
what I love about it.
Yeah, right.
And then
So
just you in the car.
yeah,
Then you forget everything for a moment.
for maybe half an hour to escape from reality, or maybe just realign our thought process and everything.
Yeah.
That's what I think is wonderful for people like us, lah.
I mean, for us, it's driving.
Oh,
But
yeah.
some people could be cooking.
Yeah,
gardening,
definitely.
But I think all of us needs a outlet where we can sort of stop obsessing over something for a while.
Yes,
right. Just
precisely.
disconnect. Because
Yes.
sometimes when you're too close to something, we can't see the solution.
Correct,
You just need to
correct.
step back out.
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah, bird's eye view, lor.
Yeah. So driving gives me that as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why sometimes I don't call my friends to drive. I just drive myself.
Yeah.
So happen to see you that. Right?
Yeah.
I see you that.
Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah, most of the Saturdays, Sundays, you're always like that.
Yeah, you suddenly see me driving alone.
Yeah.
Anyways, we had a really good conversation today. Before I just end, I just want to say that I really acknowledge the kind of vulnerability you have today. I think it's not often we see men willing to share something so vulnerable. But it doesn't show weakness. I think it takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable. It takes a lot of courage to really share these stories. And I for one has really learned so much from your story. It's changing how I see my time with my dad.
Seriously,
makes you want to spend more time with my dad. The next week's my dad's birthday. I want to go back and I finished my seminar on Saturday and Sunday. I told my wife I'm going back to Sengkamat, to have birthday with him. Yes. I know I'll be wrecked and tired from running 2 days, 100+ people seminar. But I make it a point. I want to go back. It comes out a lot, but it's good to go back sometimes.
Yeah. It's always nice to come back.
I fixed my dad's car in your shop also.
Okay. Right.
Okay. He's like, I took his car at Chansai. I say,
Andrew was like, this is an uncle's car. I'm like, which uncle?
He whacked his car.
Yeah.
But a lot of so it really gives me a new perspective of time I have with my dad.
Actually, yeah.
He guided me a lot in my life too. A lot of my principles I've learned just through his teaching, and also how he behaved, how he acted.
Yes.
I think that's the thing about fatherhood. I feel like I learned more from how he acted.
That's a very cool guy.
Yeah.
We had a talk in Pi also, man.
Right.
Yeah. So your mom is also very cool lady.
She is. She makes fun of everybody.
Yeah, that's very nice. Actually, that's kind of. It's a very special kind of bond that I think I would appreciate if I can share this kind of bond with the people that I love. That is why I make an effort to always until now, if I'm in Malacca, I will send my daughter and my kid to school myself and pick them up myself. If I'm in Malacca, no matter what, I will try to perform this duty. So much so, there was one day. My wife was like, okay, Julian, you're rushing to somewhere else. You just go first. I'm like, okay. You know what happened? My autopilot followed my wife to the school, Then my wife was like, why are you here? I'm like, what am I here? So I carry my daughter down, then I carry my son and everything. That is very, very nice to bond. So you're very lucky to have your parents still around and everything. Do cherish their existence and spend more time with them.
I know I had my last seminar in May, and my mom and dad so happened to be there, and I pulled my mom and dad on stage. I know they didn't expect that, but I told my mom and dad, I want this picture. I want this picture of me and my dad because I know, and my mom, my sister was there too, and these are cherished moments. Thank you for reminding me that. It's been a very beautiful conversation, I believe, today.
Likewise.
Thanks for sharing this.
No problem.
I got one question I want to ask though is that do you think before we wrap up, do you think that they'll be proud of you? Because
you know what? The last time I dreamt of him was just this week. I think Monday or Sunday. I have a lot of fragments of dreams that shows up in sometimes when I sleep and everything. It's like me having conversation with my dad. I think I did him quite well, and in a sense that I think he would be proud to say that I'm his son. So much so, just another very funny story is that during my wedding proposal to my wife, my dad represented, my uncle represented my dad because my dad passed away already, was already passed away. My uncle was wearing a blue shirt that day. What he told me, I still remember up to this day, is when he got into the car. He said, Julian, I especially wore this shirt today. 青出于蓝更胜于蓝. That's what he said. He said, means that my dad is a very good person. That he says that I'm a better version of my dad. That's what he said. Wow. I teared up that day also.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me. Yeah, so yeah, I still remember that till this day. So I think I cannot take pride in doing all the things that I do. Of course, I'm still I always tell myself to be humble, to be able to still accept new inputs and everything, and be a better version every day. That's my thing lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you are definitely someone who is, I think what I always get from you is that you always make things possible. Like when I talk to you, I feel like more things is possible in life, and I'm sure that's the experience of you for many people.
Yeah.
And I think that based on just many other stories that you guys didn't get to hear, you're probably helping a lot of people have a better grasp on their financial planning.
Definitely.
And especially for these high net worth clients,
Definitely.
this is some of the biggest fears they have is with wealth planning,
Yeah.
and all these things. So you're doing them. I'm sure you're doing a great service, and I know you probably also have a small team. You also train them.
Yeah.
But I know, I know for sure. I don't know your dad, but I know you as a person. You're definitely somebody who always make things lighter because you laugh a lot.
Oh yeah.
Right. And you make things easy, right? I always talk to you. I feel like life is easier when I hang out with you. So thanks for being that person.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Guys, if you want to find out more about, I'm gonna connect with Julian. I just spoke to him. Because Julian is not all out like in massive recruitment, anything. He does. But I ask him, do you take apprenticeship? But what if someone comes to you and say, Julian, I want to learn, to build a life like you. I want to learn the skills you have. And I say, are you open for apprenticeship? And he said yes. And if you want to connect to him and find out more, his pattern is like that. There's no like formal process, right?
Yeah.
Have a coffee and see if you jive, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Try it out. I'm always willing to share like stories. Always willing to listen to stories and everything. I've actually met a few of your podcast listeners and everything. They say good stuff, really good stuff. A lot of people listen to your podcast while like driving and everything. That's what I got from my friends as well.
Thank you. That makes me also worthwhile. I want to do this because I want people like you to be on the podcast. So any of you guys want to explore apprenticeship with Julian, you can just send him a message. I know that if I'm in the early 20s, I will always want to. I have this principle that the first skill, there's three things to be wealthy. First one is to pick up a high income skill and a high income opportunity. If I'm sitting at home listening to this podcast and I don't have a high income skill and a high income opportunity, I'll definitely make myself available to have a conversation with Julian for apprenticeship. Right. So, Julian, thank you for being on the show. All right.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to share with the guests?
No.
All right.
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Not when they're driving. Driving is more than 100. Yeah. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments what you get out of it, what moments resonated with you, and if a special moment with your dad or anything, share with us. Right, it will really inspire us. It helps the algorithm as well. Do me a favor. It helps me so much by just doing the comment more than the subscribe.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Julian, for being here.
Thank you.
And as always, peace out and keep it 100.
Yep.